We're just two friends who love the movies, call each other every morning.
Hey, how can I help you?
Hey man, how's it going?
You know me, man, just living the dream.
Nice, nice, nice. I'm just taking my morning walk.
Oh yeah.
Trying to get my steps in, you know.
How many steps you gotta get in?
I mean, in my morning walk, I don't have a number, but I try to fit in at least 10,000 steps in a day. But lately it's been more of like 7,500. So as long as I can get around 7,500, I should be good.
Wow. Feels like a lot of steps, bro.
I know, but
I got my steps in this morning, man.
oh yeah. Do you,
Yeah.
do you work out in the morning?
I try to run in the morning, I try to lift in the afternoon. And this morning I got my 5 miles in thanks to
Oh, Rocky.
Creed 2. I
Oh,
finally
Creed 2.
finished. And man, it was so good. I liked it better than the first one. Of course, it's been since that came out in like 2015 or something.
Are you
It's been,
serious?
yeah, dude.
Oh
Uh,
no, man, no. Creed 1 is just filmmaking at its best, man.
dude, you know what? Coogler. Now, who directed the second Creed?
I think it was a guy named like Steven Staples or something like that. I
If
can't
you're
remember.
right about that, that's amazing that you know that. Coogler is such a good filmmaker, man. I watched Sinners last night.
For the first time?
Yeah,
Oh, did you finish it or you?
yeah, we finished it.
Whoa, y'all never do that.
It was our second night.
Oh, okay. What'd
Um,
you think of it?
wow, man. So, okay, just you are the one who actually told me to watch Fruitvale Station back in time. Did you
Hmm.
know? And that was his first feature, right?
Yeah, that was his first.
Um, and then obviously, his first collaboration with Michael B. Jordan, who wasn't really anybody at that time, right?
Well, I mean, his name was around, but not really. No,
His
correct.
name was around, but without the B, and like famous for basketball.
Yeah, yeah. Like he just wasn't. He wasn't. He was known for The Wire. Like people were aware of
Okay,
him.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but no, he wasn't. He wasn't big.
So it's been cool to kind of just follow this guy. I mean, between Fruitvale and Black Panther and Creed and now Sinners, it feels like the first time though. I mean, this is definitely his voice, and I was double checking. Of course, he wrote it, and it's really interestingly written, I'll say, and everything about it is interesting. The editing, the casting, the acting, the soundtrack, the music, the themes, the questions. I was very interested in it, man. What did you think?
I've watched it 3 times. Okay,
Oh
and
wow,
I know how you are. Like, oh, you only need to watch a movie once,
that
but
that's too much, Sam. That's too much.
no, man. I the first time I watched it was in theaters with Gil. The second time I watched it was in theaters with Vanessa, and then the third time I watched it was
Well,
streaming.
what was your reaction each time?
Well, the first time it you have that excitement, and you don't know
Yeah.
what to expect, and so everything is so surprising. I
Yeah, except for, sorry, just to pause you, except for the trailer. Imagine watching that without having seen the trailer. That would have been
exactly, yeah,
even better. But
yeah.
I don't like fault them for marketing it that way because I think that got a lot of butts and seats and it did really well for a non-franchise movie. But yeah, okay, so yeah, you there is still a lot of surprise. Go ahead.
There is a lot of surprise, and you know what, man? You don't even get into the whole uh like vampire stuff until like really about an hour into the movie, And I
Yeah.
I was so caught off by that I forgot I was watching a vampire movie, you know,
Uh huh.
because
Okay.
I was so like in love with these characters and the atmosphere and the setting that I thought I was just watching a Ryan Coogler period drama. You know what I mean?
He really did a good job on the period element of it. Like I didn't feel like sometimes I watch a period film and there's a stuffiness or a falseness to it, but it felt it was stylish, but it was also grounded at the same time. It was hard for me to really put my thumb on like what he was doing correctly because I was thinking about Baz Luhrmann as I watched it. I was thinking about even like uh who makes Mad Max? George
George Miller.
Miller. I was thinking weirdly of like Shyamalan. I was thinking weirdly even a little bit of Malick. There's so much going on.
Yeah.
Uh, it was so stylish and so like confident. Um, okay, so that was your first reaction. Is there's a lot of surprise. The vampire part kind of snuck up on you.
Yeah, and the second time I was able to just enjoy the movie for what it was. I was able to enjoy the filmmaking right behind it.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
I loved how in the trailers they put out the scene when he has the big machine gun.
Oh
You
yeah,
think
yeah.
you think that's gonna be during
Right.
the whole vampire scene, but really it's at the end.
Yeah,
Um,
there were several moments in the trailer that were so powerful that you were almost just waiting for them. Like that moment and the moment where they were standing together, him and his cousin just like shaking and he had
yeah.
his arm around him. It was such a powerful, powerful shot. Oh, and the moment I love this shot where Jack O'Connell like jumps off a truck and he's like kind of like sizzling from like having been in flames.
Oh, where they
Like
first show him,
it's
right? Like it's just
yes.
right.
Oh, dude. I
Yes.
was like, that's so cinematic.
Yes, exactly. When they first introduced him, I thought that was like a great introduction. I thought he was great.
He
Um,
is great,
I,
man.
I,
This is the fourth movie only that I've seen him in, and every single time he like blows me away.
I know. One of the things that I found interesting that people had complained about was, oh, he's just doing his version of From Dusk Till Dawn. Here's the thing. Every filmmaker, whether they want to believe it or not, they get inspiration from other films. It's just part of the filmmaking process. But what Coogler was able to do, he made it his own. You can tell it's a very personal film, and which is what I was going to ask you next. Is that a lot of people are considering this movie to be a Best Picture frontrunner or like an awards contender. What are your thoughts?
The only thing I said during the movie was they released this too early. But it should be because it's so compelling, and whatever your critiques are with it, any given person, and I think I have some that I haven't fully formed, but I have some kind of internal criticisms of it, but none of them like overcome the spectacle and like the hard hittingness of of the ideas it's interacting with. No, I think it should be a contender, especially and I want to ask your favorite performance, but the acting I thought was kind of wall to wall good. Did you have
Yeah.
a favorite performance from it?
I was very surprised by the kid who played
Me
Sandy.
too, man.
Yeah, like that kid. He was just so good, but it was like he was very natural. Like it was amateurish, but not in a bad way, if that makes sense.
I'm curious. I don't know, like untrained, but in a
Untrained,
positive way
yeah,
because
untrained, exactly.
he was so magnetic. Like even just his voice, like the timbre of it, and not only his singing voice, but just speaking. Like you wanted to keep listening to him, and you wanted to keep watching him.
Yeah. So uh, on the topic of consideration for best picture, right? I obviously think it is at least one of the stronger contenders, right? But I don't know if you saw this past weekend, they concluded the TIFF uh, Film Festival. and Chloe Zhao's Hamnet just won like their
The top
version
award.
of, yeah, it just won the
Wow.
top award. So a lot of people are saying that that's the big contender.
Yeah.
What have you been looking forward to Hamnet?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Hamnet. I like, especially like Jesse Buckley. And I mentioned that story, uh, a personal story of Shakespeare. But part of me thinks it might be a little boring. So what is she did Nomadland, right?
She did The Rider. She did
The writer.
yeah, she did Nomadland, which you know what? Today of all days, dude, it reminds me of when I went to Georgia. I slept in my car
Hmm.
and I had only had 3 hours of sleep and I went to go watch her film The Writer and it completely blew me away. I thought I was gonna fall asleep, but it was
Hmm.
just such a beautiful film. So
Well,
she
I found I didn't think Nomadland was even compelling enough to, I don't know. And then she did Eternals right after that. And
yeah,
is this her next one after Eternals?
this is her next one, yeah.
Okay. Well, I can get excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, so apparently Jessie Buckley is the front runner right now. Her
Well, that
performance
would be
is
cool
just
because I like her so much.
yeah. I think it's she's I don't know if she's been nominated before. Maybe I think maybe
Trying to
once or
think.
twice. But I think she's great. Another one. So right now the three contenders so far this year, the best picture contenders are of course Sinners, Hamnet, and then one battle after another.
Really? That's all?
Those are like
I'm
the top
sorry.
ones.
No mention of the Phoenician Scheme?
No,
Dude, it's so sad, man. He should be getting nominated every time he,
I
puts anything up.
he I agree with you. Even if it is just for like production design or score. Um, but yeah, man, I must admit I'm a little bit disappointed in the lack of truly like great films this year. There have been some strong ones. Of course, Sinners is one of them. I would say the Phoenician Scheme is one of them. On Becoming a Guinea Fowl is one of them. But there hasn't been a movie that has just knocked my socks off,
Mhm.
like previous years. Usually around this time, I can already have like a good like nearly almost 10 that are like I'm like very passionate about. But right now, I mean, I barely have like maybe a few.
What about Until Dawn?
that's that's gonna be your top film of the year. Uh, for
I w-
for all you listeners out there, if you don't know, Mitch competed in a all-nighter of watching Until Dawn. He could not fall asleep. It was what, 7 to 7?
yeah, something like that. They showed the movie 6 times, so you
Okay.
have to run the math there.
Yeah, it's like an hour 40-minute movie or something, right?
Yeah, something like that. But I mean, on Sinners, do you think that any of the performances in that movie have a chance of getting nominated? I only thought of one that I thought kind of maybe had a chance.
I thought maybe Delroy Lindo.
I was thinking the same thing, man. I haven't just seen a ton of his stuff, but he that is an example of a very trained actor,
Yeah.
like that was completely inhabiting someone. There's so many little ticks to his performance that were good.
Yeah.
It would never get nominated, but I actually thought Michael B. Jordan was really, really good in it.
I'm the opposite of you. I thought he was quite good, especially as a dual performance, but I think he will get nominated
Well, that would be
because
interesting, but I would be surprised.
I think he has a good chance of getting nominated. And let me tell you why. I know you said that this movie's big the biggest mistake with this movie is that it was released too early. To
Uh-huh.
this day, dude, like to this day, it's still being talked about, right?
Uh-huh.
It's still
Well,
popular.
it just hit streaming, like a month ago maybe.
Regardless, it has. I mean, if you look online right now at like people talking about, okay, what are the best films of the year? It's still considered number one, if not number two. You know.
Well, that's nice. I mean, how did you think about the way it ended? That was kind of, in some ways, it was kind of troubling.
Uh yeah. I mean, that was one of the things I was worried. Like, I was not worried, but I was
How
a
they
little
go?
curious how you were gonna respond to that ending. I actually love that ending. I remember the second time I watched it, there were people getting up because they thought the movie had ended, and
Yeah.
I stopped them. I was like, "Oh, hey, there's a long scene," and so people were just coming back in, you know. So it was kind of cool to be able to like. I was like, they thought it was over, but it really is the final scene of the movie, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I didn't I didn't have much of an issue with it, you know. Like I said, it's a passion film for him, and I think it's easily, definitely one of the best films of the year. Especially, I'm excited that it's a genre film, and I hope it does well at the Oscars. What would your rating be for it?
Well, I'm kind of leaning towards 4 right now, but I'm just excited. I think that it was compelling as a. I thought during it, I thought this is one of the movies I've seen that took sin and death really seriously, like if in a while, like eh, like there's a true horror to the, but also then you have this very honest kind of guy at the end of his life saying, it was such a good line, dude. It's like I wish I'd written something like this, where he said, like, every night I wake up, once a week I wake up paralyzed thinking about that night, but before the sun went down, I think it was the best day of my life. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, it's kind of like there's something very gray and interesting about all of it, and whether that's for better or for worse, will vary from person to person, and it's just definitely an exciting movie.
yeah. I thought it was a beautiful last line, especially for him. But
Have you
all
ever
I did,
seen that short film, Simon of the Desert?
no, I have not.
It's Luis Buñuel. I don't ask your name, but you should see that one, man. That's the guy that did Belle de Jour and Chien Andalou.
Send if you can send me the link to it, and I'll definitely take a look. But I
Maybe it's on YouTube.
I gotta head back in, dude. But
Oh, okay,
I'll talk
see
to you
you
a
then.
little bit later.
Bye.